guys?
Hey guys, it's Rising Spirit.
Part of Team MKS here. And what are we working with today?
Today I got my Tenyi insect deck. Insects, the G ballpark field spell goes pretty good with the Tenyis because they're non-effect normal monsters. So yeah, once you get like your field set up, it's pretty good and gets things popping. So let's just move on and get onto the deck. Make sure you like and subscribe. Both my channel and his channel, links in the description. Team MKS.
Alright, let's get started.
Let's get started. So I play 2 copies of Adada, Tenyi Dragon, or Adada, Tenyi Spirit Dragon. I'm not really sure, but he's a tuner of the deck. Tenyi all has this effect where you can activate in the hand and special summon to the field as long as there's no effect monsters on the field. His effect is that I can banish it from my hand or graveyard to target Tenyi monster that's banished and put it back in my hand. So it's pretty good. 2 copies is pretty good, I think. And then I run 2 copies of Shitana. Shitana's pretty good. Like I said, Tenyi all has the effect to special summon themselves. And with Shitana, if a non-effect monster was destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I get to banish this from either hand or graveyard and special summon a non-effect monster back to the field and non-target destroy 1 card on the field. So pretty good. And then basically they're all hand traps. This one is Manila. And with Manila's effect, of course the special summon effect, plus the hand trap or graveyard effect is when a non-effect monster is targeted on my field, I get to banish this from either hand or graveyard to negate and destroy it. Alright, I play 3 copies of Vishuddha. Vishuddha is like a really good bounce. As long as you control a non-effect monster on field, you can banish it from hand or graveyard to bounce a target and bounce a monster on the opponent's field to back to their hand. So it's really nice. It's especially it can only happen during your turn though, but it's really nice and it can special summon itself. And I played 3 copies of Ashuna. Ashuna is also really great because it's like an extender. You can special summon him out, then go for your link plays, and then his effect is I can special summon a Tenyi monster from my deck to the field. The only problem is after I special summon, I'm locked into Wyrm monsters. Alright, I play 1 copy of what's his English name? Mare. Yeah, I'm looking at his Japanese name is Tatsuno Otoshi Oya, which is really long. But basically, you can special summon off of the Link 2 monster, and you can send him to the graveyard using the spell card for Tenyis, and he can special summon 3 tokens to the field. They're all level 1 with like 200 tag, water. Yeah, but it's a free non-effect monsters on field. Plus, you can use it for like a Link 4 play or a Synchro play if you want, because it's a tuner. Next, we're going into our insects. I play 3 Gokipos. He's like a recruiter, especially when he's sent from not from the field, but anywhere to the graveyard. If he's sent to the graveyard, you get to search an insect monster, preferably a non-effect one. And if you do, you can special summon that non-effect one, special summon it, and you can non-target destroy a monster with higher attack than your monster that you special summon. He has another effect, I'm not really sure what it was. Actually, scratch that, he doesn't have that effect. Well, okay, and then for the normal monsters, I play 3 copies of this Power Ranger looking guy. I know he's not available in the TCG, so run something else until he's available. But he's a nice Beat Stick 2000 normal monster. He looks pretty great. Alright, Mighty Morphin, huh? Alright, we got 3 copies of Insect Knight. It's the second most powerful normal level 4 insect monster out there. So play 3. You have to play 2 full sets of normal insect monsters for the engine to run. So, and then for the hand traps, I play 2 copies of Ash Blossom because OCG only allows you to play 2. And then I don't have a 3rd copy, so I play 2 copies of Max C. It's also insect, so it's searchable off of the field spell, which I'm going to show you. So moving on to our spells, let's start off with our field spell. It's like a win condition. G ballpark, and what it does is that when during damage step, you can make the damage go to 0. And then you can just send an insect from your deck to the graveyard. So usually it's like Gokipo, send it to the graveyard, and then you can bring this to your hand, special summon and destroy a card. Or you can just send this to the graveyard and special summon all 3 from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So it's pretty good. And then its other effect is if I believe it's if an insect monster is sent to the graveyard by your opponents, let's see, I think it was by effect. Yeah, by effect, you get to special summon the insect monster from your graveyard. Alright, so moving on, I also play 1 more field spell. I play the Tenyi field spell for the nice +2. Or was it +1? It's +2 eventually. So when the opponent special summons an effect monster and you control a non-effect monster, you get to draw 2 cards. So that's really nice. And then protect your non-effect monster. They can't be targeted. No, they can't be affected by card effects. Yeah, your non-effect monsters cannot be affected by card effects. And then I play 1 terraforming and 1 what do you call that? Not sure.
No idea.
I don't know what it's called, so let me know in the comments below. But basically, when an opponent special summons a monster, I get to activate my field spell from my deck. Okay, and then I play triple copies of the Tenyi spell card. This is like a Dragon Burial Shrine card, where you send a Wyrm from your deck to your graveyard, and then if you have a non-effect monster on field, you get to add a Tenyi monster to your hand. So it's a nice card, 3 of, really powerful. And then going off to our generics, I have 2 Called by the Grave and 1 Monster Reborn. And then with our trap cards, we just have the Tenyi trap card. So as long as you have a non-effect monster on field, you get to negate and destroy a card, spell, trap, or monster effect. And then if this card was destroyed off the field by your opponent's card effect, I get to special summon a non-effect monster from my extra deck for free. For free. Okay. Moving on, we're going to the extra deck. So in the extra deck, I play 2 copies of the boy monk, Tenyi monk. It's an easy non-effect monster. Only requires a Tenyi monster on field. Let's see, and then I play 1 copy of Link Spider. You seen how many normal monsters I have in the deck? Alright, I play 1 copy of this ninja insect guy. It says Chunin Hagakure Mino. So he's just a generic Link 2 monster. only requires 2 monsters with different names. And if a monster was destroyed by his link markers, he gets to special summon a monster from your graveyard to his link arrow, insect monster. And when that insect monster leaves the field, it gets banished. So it becomes a nice link 3 sometimes. It's situational, but it's in here. I played 2 copies of the Tenyi girl. She's really powerful in the sense that you can discard a card once per turn, target a Wyrm monster, and special summon it. So if you have like a Tenyi like extra deck monster, you can just special summon off of her. So it's pretty good. And her other effect is if you have like a non-effect monster on the field and you attack with that non-effect monster, her effect is to target that monster you attacked and destroy it when you declare an attack. And that happens both ways. So if you get attacked, into the non-effect monster, she can still activate the effect. So that's pretty cool. I play 1 Gaia Saber, the Video Knight. It's a nice generic non-effect monster. And then I play 2 copies of the Tenyi Master. I forget his name in English. Sorry about that, guys. But basically, when once per turn, you can destroy up to as many cards on the field up to how many non-effect monsters you have on your field and graveyard. But if you have effect monster on field, you can't activate this effect. It's kind of situational, but it's very powerful. So 2 copies of this, and also it can't be destroyed by effect monsters by battle, which is kind of weird. That should have been like by battle and effect, but whatever. I played 1 copy of the Link 3 normal Tenyi monster. It's also very generic, 3000 beater. And it does come out sometimes. It just has really bad link arrows. I played the insect Link 3 Seraphim Papillon or something. But it's like a Link 3, you put counters on him, and I think you special summon the monster. Yeah, you special summon a level 4 insect monster from your graveyard in defense position. And you can do it during your opponent's turn. So that's pretty cool. And then moving on to our Link 4s, I play the Tenyi Link 4 monster, 2 copies. This just requires 2 or more Wyrm monsters. So you can just bring it out with Mare with 1 card, Link 4. And the effect is you can target a monster on your opponent's field. It's a quick effect, so it can happen both turns. So you can target a monster, and you can create a token onto your field with the same stat lines of that monster you targeted. And then if you have a non-effect monster on field, your effect monsters on field cannot be targeted for attack or effects.
Good.
So that's pretty good. A lot of times I like to link this off with the Link 2 right here, and then I like to use her to bring him back, so that way they're both untargetable, and then my opponent cannot use his horrible link arrows. And then I play 1 synchro, the Tenyi synchro. Look at that, 20th anniversary secret rare. He's very powerful. So when an opponent activates a monster effect, I get to banish it. And then when he attacks, I get to attack. When it destroys the monster by battle, he gains the attack of that monster permanently and can attack again. So that's pretty cool. And also I can bring him back out with the Tenyi Link 2 monster if I need to. And I also play, I forgot I have 1 more Link 4, Astrum. He's very powerful, and it can end games.
Okay. How viable would you say this deck is?
I think it's a pretty strong rogue deck strategy. Very cheap. to build. For you budget players out there, I recommend this deck to you. Just make sure you make a substitute for the Max C's, since you can't play them in the TCG.
This is the 9th and your Asian Spirit from Team MKS. Peace out.